Hello, I am Nirupam Banerjee. This is an attempted YouTube video of mine. I want to express something introductory kind of thing right now. Uh, there is a statue of Buddha in my background. I am in a kind of open space, and there is a water body, and maybe some sound is coming from a fountain in there. And here, this statue of Buddha is seemingly very calm and quiet, Buddha being in a serene state. Anyway, we are no more living in the ancient world. It is not that time around 2500 years ago when Buddha was born. Right now we are in a phase of the human civilization where some conclusion out of meditation is not usually considered as science. This is the trend of the modern world. No conclusion out of meditation is considered to be authentic in the modern world, and the modern world rather considers science as the only medium to obtain the truth. No more emphasis on meditation remaining these days, as it was in the ancient period. Uh, the statue of Buddha reminds of a very fantastic fact that Lord Buddha, a personality born in ancient India, was ultimately a celebrity. He sat for meditation for 6 long years under a certain tree in Buddha Gaya, a place in modern India. Still it is preserved and it is preserved as a tourist spot. I went to there and I also studied Buddhism to some extent. Lord Buddha obtained certain conclusions very methodically in his own way, in the ancient way, and those conclusions constituted what is now known as Buddhist religion or Buddhist philosophy. That method of conclusion is very different from the empirical approach to obtaining the truth, the empirical approach of the official science. And this method I call conceptual research, which is kind of opposite to the empirical research, which is considered the standard of the modern world. But this conceptual research usually carried out through meditation or something which is absolutely not recognized in the modern world. Some kind of alternative method actually compared to the modern world, and this meditative approach or intuitive approach or some kind of discussion based approach, these are the things that constitute the conceptual research, and this kind of research is popular usually among the philosophers. And of course, among the philosophers we can consider the religious personalities as a subset. So conceptual research is popular among the religious specialists. Now Buddha is known for his conceptual research very much, and of course Buddha created a religion of his own out of that conceptual research. And Buddha concluded something that then deviated from the predominant religion in the contemporary India, which is Hinduism. And Buddha's deviation from Hinduism was so much that ultimately this is a major factor of the fact that Buddhism was driven away from the ancient from the India, the land of its birth. Right now in India, Buddhist population is extremely small. It may be a large number of, but in percentage it just doesn't come among the Indian population. The percentage is significantly minority, significantly teeny percentage. So Buddhism is practically absent in modern India as far as percentage is concerned. Anyway, that doesn't matter in the ultimate philosophical or scientific discussion. What matters is that Buddha proposed certain hypotheses, as we call today in modern science. Those hypotheses are being tested. One of the hypotheses is the fact that reincarnation does happen. Buddha proposed that after death of every creature, that creature's very essence, a part of that creature, you may call some non-physical essence of the creature, that then leaves the body, the biological body, and enters a new one, and thus a new incarnation happens for that essence of the creature, that non-physical essence. And this is known as reincarnation in the especially in the scientific world, where the hypothesis is being tested. The most popular term is reincarnation, and this reincarnation is originally concluded through meditation by Lord Buddha. Buddha didn't depend upon so-called empirical evidence or a statistically large number of events or a large number of reports. He just went on meditating, and he concluded reincarnation, as far as I know, towards the end of his meditation, which was for 6 long years. And after the meditation, he not only concluded, after the meditation, he not only spoke about the reincarnation as a truth, as he said that he concluded this thing inside the meditation, but he also concluded that he also said that he could visualize his own past lives memory during the meditation. So Buddha, after the meditation, gave a sermon or teaching to the public, and during the teaching, Buddha announced that the reincarnation does happen, and Buddha announced the truth of the reincarnation, as well as the truth of the ability to remember past lives, which Buddha said he himself experienced. And Buddha also elaborated the specific past lives that he visualized during the meditation. Those memories, he said, came up during the meditation. That means the past lives memory surfaced during the meditation to Lord Buddha. And after the meditation, when he was in the public, he ultimately broadcasted his narratives of all those past lives in what is now popularly known in ultimately what is known as Jatok tales. Jatok tales. That means in our my vernacular language, it is called Jatoker Kahini. That means the tales of the past lives. Jatok means someone who is born. Here, Jatok tales means the tales of Buddha's own past incarnations, the biographies of his own past incarnations as far as he remembered. And so far as I know, Buddha remembered at least 8 past lives. Anyway, Buddha's narration of the past lives became a very famous book, ultimately available in translations in my vernacular language also. And Buddha is famous for his teaching of reincarnation, and also the Jataka tales. And Buddha is called Jatishwar in our local language, in Indian language. He is labeled as Jatishwar, the term meaning someone who remembers their past lives, someone who speaks of their past lives. Jatishwar is known to be such a person who can speak of a previous life, even more than one life, and Buddha was such a person. Although he became such a person after the meditation, but this kind of event is a possibility. Buddha indicated that this can do happen. One can do remember one's past lives, and Buddha showed one method to remember that, and that is meditation. By the way, in India, we have also been aware of the fact that certain children, certain people, they can remember their past lives maybe suddenly, but not out of meditation. They can remember it rather spontaneously. In the modern science, the term is spontaneous. Science today calls the reports of such onset as the reports of such memory as spontaneous claims of past life memories. That means the memories happened spontaneously. Whether the memories are true or not is another question, but the memories happen spontaneously, not out of meditation. And among the mankind, generally this kind of memory out of meditation is very rare, especially in the modern world. But the people who remember past lives spontaneously is not that much rare. It is rather more common compared to the meditative success of the remembrance of past lives. This kind of spontaneous remembrance of the past lives is currently being very much investigated scientifically. You may call it spontaneous cases of Jatishwar, spontaneous cases of people who remember past lives. So this kind of remembrance which is associated to the term Jatishwar, I have already spoken to you that Jatishwar is of at least two types. One is meditative Jatishwar and another is spontaneous Jatishwar. Buddha was a meditative Jatishwar. He meditated during his youth and became a Jatishwar in his youth. But spontaneous Jatishwars are mostly able to, as research has found, remember their past lives during even the childhood. Unlike Buddha, who remembered past lives in the youth, most spontaneous cases of Jatishwar have shown the ability of the people to remember past lives during childhood, even very early childhood. So spontaneous cases, although there are some among the adults, but they are very rare. Spontaneous cases are significantly are distributed significantly vastly among the children. So Jatishwar is of at least two types, meditative and spontaneous, and among these two types, meditative is more rare, and among the other type, the spontaneous one, the adult cases are rarer than the children cases. And as far as children cases are concerned, I have currently been reported and I have currently been involved, not just reported, I have currently been involved with two officially already officially two cases with spontaneous ability, and another case is potentially available to me. Currently I have only got second-hand information, but in the first two cases I have already got first-hand information, and in the earlier of those two I have got enormous first-hand information, out of which I have already generated a massive report of my empirical research. That means officially scientific research. My first project has progressed to a significant extent as far as the empirical evidence is concerned, and in my second project I have rather just started it and have just obtained first-hand information. I spoke with the particular subject, that means the particular person who is claimed to be a Jatishwar, spontaneous Jatishwar. In my first two projects, I have got adult subjects. They but not that they remembered, they started speaking of the past lives in the adulthood. They actually were originally children cases. They started speaking of the past life during the childhood, both of them. So they are originally cases of children type of Jatishwar, but I have contacted them only in their youth. And coincidentally, in the first project, the memory seems to be running 100% as was in the onset, and in the second, however, the memory is reported by the subject herself to be available partially now. That means the memory that was available at the onset during the childhood is not fully being remembered by the subject. So this is the situation. My third potential case is not yet really started officially. I have not contacted the particular subject. It is heard that particular subject who is claimed to be a Jatishwar is a child, currently 2 years old, and that child has already started speaking of the past life. That means onset has already occurred, and since the onset seems to have just occurred, it's a very much live case, and it is important if I can start the investigation at the very earliest. As this is important for the empirical research or the officially scientific method of research. For this third case, the subject is not yet seen by me. I did not hear any comment directly from the subject, but in my first two cases, I already heard their voice. I already heard their speech, and I already carried out investigation to various extents. In the second case, I am yet to meet the subject, but I have already talked to her over the phone. In the first case, I have already made more than one interviews of the subject, in-person interviews. I met her and I also talked with her, and I also talked with her over the telephone. And this kind of investigation has gradually developed a scientific format in me, so that I can apply the scientific method in various types of cases. The cases differ in character among themselves, and my scientific preparation is being prepared to such an extent that I can apply it into various kinds of cases. I can apply it among various situations of the Jatishwars. One Jatishwar may be available only in the childhood, and another Jatishwar may be available only from the youth. Another Jatishwar may one Jatishwar may continue the memory till throughout this current life. Another Jatishwar may forget the memory after a certain point in this life, say in the say within 18 years age. They may forget the memory practically fully, and another Jatishwar may even start the onset right into the adulthood. So there can be various cases available, and I am trying to adjust my scientific preparation to address the different types of cases of Jatishwar. So with this particular news of myself, and with this general background of philosophical and scientific discussion, let me now end the video. Okay.